What's good? What's good? It's your boy B Neil. Welcome back to Bryce Reacts. We're here with another one. Today we're reacting to Act, breaking down, I guess, the weekly streams from Spotify, and honestly, him being a little shocked about who's top four and things like that. But before we get into it, I definitely wanted to give credit to the guys that was top four. I think it was Drake, um, Future, Lil Baby, and Youngboy. Three of them top four I've been champion the last 3 years. Like I said, Wham, phenomenal project that niggas are hella sleep on. I say this to this day. Every feature he picked, they shined. And I got the exact reason why he wanted them on the song because he picked the perfect song for them to be on their album. Whether it was the 21 Savage song, whether it was the song with Glorilla, whether it was the song with Rod Wave, there's so many examples of the song with Travis Scott, the song with Young Thug and Future. Like every song just felt like he put them in the right position. And I don't think Baby gets the credit he deserved because, like I said, that project was great to me, phenomenal to me. And then he also dropped the leaks, which I think ran the streets for a little bit. Like people was fucking with the leaks, but need I say less how great Future is. Like I said in my last video, Future has been top number as far as this era right now. He's been the second best of this era to me since 2020, bro. Like you just can't knock it, bro. He's consistently dropping great projects to me, whether it's The Wizard, I think it's called High of Life, the dual collab project with him and Uzi went crazy. Like people don't talk about that enough. Like honestly, I never liked you. Then you get into the shit, the We Never Trust You 1 and 2. Then the shit Pluto mixtape. Like nah, these niggas been going crazy. So I understand it. Me personally, I understand it, but a lot of people have not been catching the wave, and it just once again music to my ears when I'm so fucking right all the time. Like I said, I ain't even really mention this to the pod because I don't be rubbing shit in people's faces, but it's like, boy, don't I be fucking right about music. I've been champion Future. I've been champion Baby. Why this is cool. Even yeah, right. Even Gunna like Gunna ain't really like that. Gunna only below a certain amount of niggas that's like really having either a moment whether you talk about Don Tolliver or they really big acts like J. Cole, like Rod Wave's a big act, Eminem, like he's legendary, Post Malone's legendary. You got Kendrick, Kanye, like these is the only people really ahead of him. Only peer that's ahead of him for real is Lil Baby and Don Tolliver. And Don Tolliver just had a phenomenal album. So it's like he's supposed to be there. But yeah, man, let's get into this.
Deals are set up, it's by album. So if we could do a deal that is not album based but year, maybe, probably, right? Yeah, this list right here. Is she on it? No, right? I was actually surprised that Nicki was this low. I thought Nicki would be higher. Is she the? I was actually surprised that Cardi B was higher than her, even though I know Cardi B just dropped an album last year. But you know, shit, Nicki's like, yo, streaming is all about catalog, man. And catalog wise, Nicki kills it. Or Nicki just has a larger catalog than most of these people. Lotto just dropped. I think she's gonna be on this list for next week. They said Lotto's dissing Cardi B. We're gonna talk about that too. You know what's so crazy? I'm telling you, man. Gunna, I'm telling you. It's crazy that
Gunna only 3 million away from J. Cole. Like, I think that says a lot. Whether you want to say that speak highly of J. Cole, I mean of Gunna, or that means something bad about J. Cole. But I think it just more speaks highly of how good Gunna is right now.
Well, first of all, even though we have eternal beef, I will say I was shocked that Lil Baby's at 4. I was. And shit, congratulations. And even though I don't like that fuck nigga, I will, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. We got Drake, numero uno, which by the way, shout out to Mr. Morgan. He posted this just to shit on the game. Holy shit. Drake nearly gets 1 billion streams in a week. He compares it with literally, there's only 2 other rappers getting 100 million. Think about this, right? Think about this. Youngboy would have to stream an entire year to pass Drake what he did in a month. Future would have to stream an entire year. Lil Baby would have to stream an entire year. And Kanye would have to stream an entire year, and Kendrick. After that, you get down here where even J. Cole, who's by the way, for all the J. Cole dick sucking, I don't hear people having like these legit conversations. J. Cole does a good first week. Does a good first week. He does have a good audience. But J. Cole's audience don't consistently stream his music. They really don't.
I don't know about that. I just don't think J. Cole has really made a project that hits like gas, bro. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry, bro. I'm not even a J. Cole hater. The 4-pack of songs he dropped before the fall off was better than damn near any of the rapping he had on the fall off. Like, you can even say that with Might Delete Later. Like, that shit was damn near harder than some of the shit that he had on the off season. Like, off season was cool. It grew on me. I will say that. And I think the off season is better than the fall off. But even then, I don't think none of that shit was gas. I think it's just too much J. Cole production. I think he needs other producers. I think he needs to get outside of his box, like what he did with the featuring, bro. Like, that's when people started liking, seeing him on other sounds and shit. And that made him more palatable, like long term, like we talk about replayability. Like honestly, bro, like bro, J. Cole ain't never dropped gas, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like it, for me personally, like I said, this is why J. Cole always been for. It's just like he's never hit pause the spot, bro. I'm sorry, he just don't like. I felt like people was acting like they really enjoyed Forest Hills Drive when it was like a good project. Like, it was a good project, but like that shit wasn't like musical bliss to me. I'm sorry, like I still think it's a good project, but like I just don't love. I'm not overly in love with like, and that's one of his best projects. Like, I'm not overly in love with no J. Cole project, bro. Where it's like you talk about that project, like I'm gonna talk about this song, that song, this song, that song, like 8 to 10 straight songs straight. Like, I don't have any projects like that. Like, Born Center is like really good. I like his mixtapes. Like, everything's just been like right before really great to me with J. Cole albums. Once again, another guy that has A+ potential, 99 talent, but like when it comes to what he actually produces consistently, it's like B to B+. If we're being honest, KOD, what's the For Your Eyes Only, like none of that shit just gas. Like, it's shit on there that you fuck with. Like, it might be 2 or 3 songs that's really crazy, but like full projects like from Cole, he just don't know how to create a masterpiece or even classic bodies of work to me. If I'm being honest, that's just my new take. That's a new take I've been recently forming, but based on his last couple projects, bro, like I said, it's no gas to me.
They really don't. By the way, keep in mind, I want to put this in perspective. This is for the whole week, right? Is it for the week? It says the week. And oh, yeah. So never mind. This is not week. This is not month. This is week. So Drake did in 1 week basically what the rest of the rap game did overall. Come on. Now, I want to make a J. Cole point here. For all this J. Cole hoopla and this big 3 conversation that we have, J. Cole just dropped an album after Gunna dropped an album, and after Baby dropped an album, and after Kendrick dropped an album, and after
Gunna dropped the album way like last year. And then if he just go into the list, Kendrick dropped the project 2 years ago. Lil Baby dropped the Leaks end of last year, but his real project 1 was like in January. Future last project was 2 years ago, 2024. Kanye dropped after him. But yeah, no, it's a bad look.
Future dropped an album, and after, well, not Lucky, Rod Wave dropped an album, and the facts are this: if J. Cole J. Cole's not even in the, I can't even speak. I'm so upset. J. Cole's not even in the big 3. Numbers wise, he ain't in no fucking big 3. Get his ass on out of here, man. He's not even the top 3 most stream rapper that last put out an album. You could tell J. Cole shit ain't connected, my nigga. How is he talking this big 3 shit? He just dropped an album this year, and Eminem, who ain't dropped an album in years, is outstreaming him, and Rod Wave is outstreaming him. Like, come on. Niggas be riding J. Cole's dick too much. That's why I see why Kendrick said fuck the big 3, and I see why Drake said fuck a big 3. J. Cole just one of those, just put me in the mix type of niggas. Somebody said maybe he don't bot. Here's the thing. Have you heard anybody talk about one J. Cole song since it dropped?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, J. Cole should just don't be connecting, bro. Like, and when I'm saying this, I'm still a huge J. Cole fan. I still think he's one of the most talented rappers of all time. But when it comes to the complete package, that's what he misses sometimes, bro. It's a sad case because like with Drake, it's like he's able to bring the rapping ability along with curating just immaculate production. Kendrick, when he's at his peak, he's able to make immaculate production. Whether it was Dr. Dre, whether it was whoever helped him co-write down, whether it was the Taylor Swift dude or whatever. Like when he has the right people around him, he can create like masterpieces or close to masterpieces. That's what I give Kendrick. With J. Cole, bro, it's like even at his best, like the best that he showed this far, like which would be Forest Hill Drive, is like it ain't masterpiece shit to me, bro. I'm sorry. Like I get it. Don't save him. She don't want to be saved. Like, it's cool, but like no role models. Like it's cool. Like I'm cool. Like it's like what's it? Saint Peter's or Saint Tropes or some shit. Like it's some cool shit on there, but like overall, it falls short and it don't connect on that level. And I'm just being honest. Like I just think he's one of those guys where if he had the right producers around him, it would elevate him because he's missing that for he don't have that in his bag. It's like expecting like LeBron to be like a catch and shoot shooter, like 3-point shooter off the fucking like off of like picks and shit, like Curry running around the whole game and still doing everything else he do. Is like that's just not a part of his bag. Like some niggas have the toolbox like a LeBron. Like for Drake, it's like he has the kind of he could do everything really, really good or great. And it's some shit that you just can't ask him to do. And to ask him to do that just wouldn't be in his bag. And that's like J. Cole to even like worse degree. It's like Giannis, like, nigga, you're not really asking Giannis to be a facilitator and coming off the pick and roll for real. Like you ask him to do that, shit gonna start looking wonky. Like asking him to pull up, shoot threes, step back threes and shit gonna start looking wonky. Gonna start losing like the elements of greatness, like let you see when he sticking to his bag. So for me, like J. Cole, I love him. His bag is amazing, but like him trying to produce his music is like overreach, bro. He hasn't made a masterpiece with that style yet. And if he's content with that, that's cool. But I think he easily has the talent to make a masterpiece if he just got with the right producers, bro. Like we seen it during the Future run. He was snapping. He was going utterly ridiculous. Even the shit that he dropped right before the fall off. It's like that shit was samples and features of what other niggas had already did. So that brought out a different energy in him. It was producers that had already made the shit. And maybe he might have reproduced with the sample, but he was already working with shit that niggas already laid a foundation for, and that helped bring it out of him, bro. I'm just saying, like, as a diehard fan and a person that loves J. Cole, I just know when a nigga bag, he overstepping his bag, bro. Like, you coming down, it's like Shaq coming down court, bringing the ball up court. Like, another brother, get rid of it. That's what J. Cole is, bro. Like, he's great. He's dominant at what he does, but let that nigga at the free throw line, shit looks shaky. And that's how I feel about the nigga beats and his production, honestly. It's not immaculate.
J. Cole's album is the album that sold the most that nobody talks about. Not one story about it. They talk more about the Civic than they talk about the album. What the fuck is J. Cole rapping about then? Anyway, Gunna's up here. I was surprised. Juice, where I'm always doing this thing. That stuff is on my YouTube. Anyway, here's the point. So if Drake's going for the billion, I think YoungBoy should go for the 100 million. Future, do you think YoungBoy should ask for the 100 rights? It was a pretty good album, but it's saying that YoungBoy 154 million streams. Cardi was. Yeah, this put a lot of things in perspective. Like, I see why.
It do bring a lot of things in perspective. Like I always say, Cardi has them crazy first week numbers, so I be putting him up there as far as like dominating shit right now. But I don't. Oh, I'm glad I caught that. But sorry about that. What I was saying, it does bring things into interesting perspective, just because with Cardi, like he has dominant first week numbers, and like I put that in like conversations when I'm like, oh, he's starting to run shit with his, his age group and the demographic. They've starting to push him, and you got to give him his respect. But when you look at the streams, where like he should still be up top 10 to me, if you talk about how great he is, like that kind of speaks to maybe it's just some like early on hype where his fans are like kind of like what we used to call them hype beasts. So when shit first dropped, niggas is pushing it kind of crazy, but like the long term like effects are not really there. And I don't know if that's the conversation here, but it looked like it possibly could be.
Hey, young boy got so many baby mamas. 154 million streams. And by the way, I want to be honest with you. Like in leverage, think about this, chat. So Drake is now either renegotiating or he's going to become a free agent. He's putting up these numbers. Look at him compared to the field. He writes his own check. NBA YoungBoy.
No, he definitely writing his own check. Like, bro, this is $1 billion conversation. Because even if before Iceman, I would have assumed that shit was probably like 300, like or 400 total US streams a week. I'm still assuming he was above like YoungBoy by a wild margin, if I'm being honest, even before the shit dropped. So yeah, like he's definitely writing his own numbers, and the fact that this is going to happen the next 5 to 7 years, every time Drake's drop, he's going to dominate and have the most impactful album for the next whenever the album dropped 2 to 3 years after it. Like that's just the type of shit he's on. Like you can expect that the next 5 to 6 years, it might be bees on the table for real, honestly.
I don't know if you know this. The reason why he hasn't put out music, in my opinion, is that he's came to the ending of his deal with Motown Capital. Put it like this: if you notice, he hasn't dropped any music, right? He's put out music videos supporting his last album, but he hasn't put out any music. Now, when you actually go with that, YoungBoy is the number 2 most streamed artist. What check do you think? If Drake is going for the billion, don't you think YoungBoy should ask for the 100 million? Keep in mind, rumored his last album deal was, like basically almost like 2 years, 40 million, something of the sort. Probably dropped 3 projects or something like that. If Drake's going for the billion, I think YoungBoy should go for the 100 million. Future is in such an amazing position. Remember, Future sold publishing for 70 mil. Not too sure where he's at in his record deal right now. But imagine where we're going to see his next big cash out.
And I bet now that I'm thinking about it, because I seen that time. I said from 2004 to 2020. I bet that Future only got 70 million to whatever it was, which is not say only, like that's not a lot. I bet because a lot of that shit was mixtapes, he couldn't put sales on it. Versus now he's almost dropping like only albums. I think that's going to be a lot better for him. And the fact that he's still doing, numbers consistently, even though like people not necessarily talking about him, not so much this year as much as like 2024, he's still relevant.
What do you think Future would be getting? Remember, Drake is also the crazy thing about everybody hating on Drake is that they don't realize the leader sets the market. The leader sets the market. This is why I'm never somebody who's upset or jealous. I couldn't be jealous because the leader sets the market. As long as you're in that top 3, top 5, your money's going to reflect the leader. And if you're the leader, it's on you to make sure you don't get shortchanged, because if you get shortchanged, the entire field gets shortchanged. So when Drake says, if I'm doing these numbers, I deserve a Billy. Well, YoungBoy's going to walk into an office and said, well, he deserves a Billy. I'm doing 1/10 of what he does. Give me 100 milli.
100 mil to 250. If he was doing better numbers, like album wise, he should easily get like 3 mil. Like what Drake did with like Apple, because he got the fan base, he got the clout, and he do YouTube numbers and stuff like that. He trends a lot. It's just his albums don't be getting that certain amount of sales. But if he was able to transition like his fans into like actual album first week sales and going gold quickly, going platinum quickly and shit like that, yeah, he could easily be able to get like 300-400. Because he like I said, I think he got everything but the album sales for real.
That's how it works. That's how it works, people. I'm sorry to tell you.
And catalog, but whatever.
It happens even in the media business too. When one guy gets a really big contract and it's being reported about, I like that. Because now, hey, if you can't get him, you know the price is to talk to me. You know the price is to talk to someone else. Like based on where you would rank whoever and whoever. Okay, so yeah, I think YoungBoy is gonna, the only tricky thing with YoungBoy, which I think these labels might play the games with him, is they might be like, hey, listen, you get the numbers, you get the output. It's just you do more output, and the way deals are set up, it's by album. So if we could do a deal that is not album based but year based, yeah, we'll sign you for 3 years and give you $100 million. But that 3 years, that means any amount of music you put out, right?
Yeah, that's an interesting take. But with that being said, I just wanted to see some of accurate reaction, especially with like you said, like this is I talked about this a little bit one of my previous videos, but when you really start to break this down, like Big Extra Plug, like if you take out Kendrick, Kanye, Lil Baby, or not even Lil Baby, Future, Drake, a lot of like the name artists that's been around, I've been talking about him. Like, bro, he's on a nice little trajectory. Now, I don't know if he's gonna be a megastar, superstar, or anything like that, but if he keep up what he's doing, man, I like his trajectory for sure. The fact he's even over Travis Scott is an interesting conversation, for real, for real. Party's pretty high up there because, if you know Party, he's never been like a crazy streamer. Mac Miller, we talked about him a little bit. Gates, Kevin Gates, ain't no way that I said this earlier. Chicken nuggets. I'll just be right about shit, bro. Like if you watch our podcast, Absolutely Unsure. This is what I'm kind of talking about. I have these takes over there all the time. That nigga streaming higher than Tyler, the Creator. I don't want to talk to a nigga about shit about music again. I be telling niggas, I know it. I know great music, and you could talk about a guy having this like cloud and fan base and all that shit. Man, put the catalog up to test. And I think this is a numbers thing. I think this type of shit right here shows that this weekly numbers. Kevin Gates ain't dropped shit recently. He did drop 2 projects last year, but that was last year. I'm him and I think Luca Brasi, something. I don't remember. I don't remember the second project he dropped. But nobody was really talking about them projects like that. Outstreaming Tyler, the Creator? Molly said Tyler's higher than Tyler, the Creator. I'm just saying, y'all. I love Tyler, but y'all gotta get that nigga the fuck out of here, bro. I'm saying the niggas was boosting that nigga all last year, like, oh, he's so good. I'm like, it's cool, bro, but I did not like that nigga last album. But maybe that's what that is. Moneybag Yo, not that far back. He had a really. I liked his project last thing. He dropped 21. He's above 21 Savage. And 21 dropped what this year? Damn, that sucks. Damn, that's tough. Like, this is an interesting conversation. Honestly, I should have Meg Thee Stallion. She's pretty high up. I don't think people really be talking about her. The fact she's on this list, like, not that far away from Cardi B, not that far away from 21 Savage and Young Thug and shit. Not even that far away from Tyler, the Creator. Only 10 million away from Tyler, the Creator. Like, I mean, that's somewhat impressive. Like, she could easily get back past them if she do, another hit or something like that and figure it out. But, like, I said, people say I'm a hater. I just had to acknowledge that. A$AP Rocky, shout out to him being above Jay-Z. That's kind of funny. Nicki's way down there, which is kind of weird. But like I said, this is an interesting list. I might start checking for this list more often, probably like once a month, and seeing kind of where things are at. Because I like these type of conversations. I think this actually speaks to where people's Spotify and Apple Raps and YouTube music is versus what niggas takes is on Twitter. And I think that's so fucking valid because like I said, I'm all about what I'm hearing. I'm all about watching the game and getting the feel, like how people talk about you got to watch it versus being analytical. Some people like to do a mix of both. I'm watch the game. I like to look at stats and shit like that. I like to look at other people's opinion, but I got to hear it first. And if I ain't hearing it, a lot of times I feel like my ear reflects what the fucking people say. And so far, I ain't been wrong. I haven't been wrong. And with that being said, man, we about this thing. Thank y'all for liking and subscribing. Make sure y'all follow me at Emerald Thoughts with a Z on Twitter. It's going up over there. Keep continuing to support. Make sure y'all leave some likes and comments as well. We out, man. Peace.